Hey guys, just wanted to give you an update on what I have with this tabletop arcade cabinet. I actually shot this video before, like a week ago, but then I just never bothered to upload it, and when I rewatched it I realized that, I don't know, I didn't really like everything I had to say. Mainly because I put it together and turned it on and then made a video. And since then, it's been nice to play it a little bit and just, kind of say some things about, positive things about what I've been able to figure out so far. So I think since the last time I made a video, I just kind of had the frame put together, and there was no real idea of how the TV was going to be put in, and then everything has been painted since the last video. I had all the buttons and the joysticks, I just had to put them in. Everything worked out well with those. I was nervous about that because I don't have a drill press, and I was debating about buying a smaller drill press. I think you can buy drill presses for real simple ones for $100 to $150. And I debated about that, but then I just used my drill that I have, and I used a spade bit, and I made sure that I was buying the right spade bit for the right size hole. And it all worked out just fine. The hole just had to be relatively straight. It didn't have to be perfect, just because the buttons just need enough space to go through. When I plugged all the buttons in, it was as simple as just plugging it into a little board, and then that board had a USB cord that plugs into my Raspberry Pi. So I always had a Raspberry Pi with ROMs on it and everything like that. I just never was really using it to its full potential, I guess is the best way to say it. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to put this thing together, was to use the Raspberry Pi more effectively. But the way that the buttons and everything work, they're all programmed and laid out really well with how RetroPie is the program that runs on Raspberry Pi, and then all these games are on, all these ROMs are on there. There's a bunch of arcade games. I was looking for another one to display. It's not that far. I always liked, there's a beat 'em up called King of Dragons. See, King of Monsters. Knights of the Round is also another good one. I can put it on that. Yeah. But everything worked out pretty well. When I painted it, it's not the greatest. I just painted it like a black, and it's kind of splotchy. But given it a week's time to think more about, I think I might buy some decals. I'm not necessarily going to buy one that will fit this whole space, but maybe just smaller decals and then just slap them on as I get them. I have a whole bunch of stickers I've accumulated from smaller indie video game companies like Limited Run. Some of those companies that just send stickers with the products that they buy, so I could always slap them on the sides. I like the way it looks, just with straight black. I mean, especially on the front, but I mean on the sides I'm not really gonna be noticing that too much. But what else? I have a light that I bought that is gonna hang on these screws here. It's maybe not the best light in the world, but it'll serve its purpose. It's actually a light that's designed to go underneath a cabinet. And then I need to, the marquee that I have is perfect for width. I'm sorry. It's like the right size for that section there, but like it's not as long as what it could be. But it's not too far off, and then I'll have to put like probably some MDF pieces that are just black painted, and then kind of fit it between the two pieces of wood. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get that on there. I guess I don't really necessarily want to screw it on there, but I probably could just use like wood glue. We shall see. Everything runs well as far as like the response of the joysticks and stuff. Like everything works fine. As far as like the input of the buttons to the commands to what I like, if I'm playing something like I was doing. I had Gunbird on here. I was playing that. Where is that? So like the command to start the game. It should do, yeah, like I'm putting coins in, press start. Yeah, that's start. Yeah. Alright. So, not really all that much more I have to do with it. I was talking to somebody, I forget who I was mentioning about me building this, but I could pretty much be done with it as it is and be happy with it, because I'm not going to be showing this thing off and like trying to win awards for what I've created. But I probably will, before the summer is over, put this on, and that's pretty much all I really have to do. The only other thing I did buy, and this is what I said in the video that I'm not going to upload, I did end up buying a piece of plexiglass. It's very thin, not very thick. It should be really thin enough that I can really kind of work with it a lot easier than like an actual thick piece of plexiglass. And I'm not even going to glue it down or anything like that. I'm just going to put it down and then figure out where the holes are, and then that will probably not be easy, but once I do it, then I won't have to worry about this surface, like with the paint running.